We had the Sox, which just is captivating. We had the World Cup final last night, or yesterday afternoon, rather.
Yeah.
Right? Did you get into that?
Oh, yeah, I did. And,
okay.
I mean, obviously the third place game, kind of to be expected. They stopped playing defense.
Sure.
10 goals.
Right.
Insane.
It's a little more enjoyable, isn't it? A little more enjoyable than 0 shots on goal in the final for Messi and his crew. But it was just total domination by Spain.
Understatement.
Yeah. The goaltender for Argentina, I forget his name, phenomenal. Was absolutely phenomenal. Kept them in it. Shouldn't have even gone to extra frames.
Yeah.
And I did tune in for it, obviously. Like I tuned in for the end, and had to see it. And hats off to Spain. Hats off to Spain. I'm good with soccer for quite some time now.
It's soccer, Greg.
I know.
It's soccer.
It's soccer. Exactly. Like, let's chill. It's just not our thing. It's just not. Right. And I'll take it every 4 years. Entertaining, maybe. I don't know. Massive changes need to happen in the game because as has been talked about, the flopping, the diving, to get the penalty because you can't get a damn goal, so you got to flop and you got to get the call. I get it; it's strategy. It's a bad setup for the sport for U.S. entertainment value.
No, for sure. And I mean, there were even a couple yesterday where I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, no, the one where the guy pinwheeled, that got the guy kicked out, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, he definitely, the momentum carried him like that. But as soon as he went in the air, I was like, "Oh, this dude is going to act like he needs massive surgery."
They got to cart him off.
Yeah, right, exactly. Of course, right? And it's just like, oh God. But there's ones where they step on their toe, and it's just the slow-mo with the facial reaction. Dude, come on, man, come on. You're a grown man. Let's stop this stuff. This is silliness.
They can't help it.
Yeah, but Spain wins, but that's okay. Yeah, man, we got a great show for you. Sully is in Cape Cod this week, so you're going to be stuck with me, DOC today, Tyler Krusz the rest of the week, I believe. But we are going to get a chance to talk with Jordan Stevens around 7:40 today, catch up with Maine football, see all that's going on up there in Orono for them as they get going this summer and really just getting ready to kick off here pretty soon. So this is getting into it now for them. And since even though Sully's on here, we're going to do 1990 today in our years. Yeah. Sully gave me the authorization. He's like, you know what? Do 90 and 91, and then we'll regroup for 92. And I said, okay, that's fair. So we're going to revisit 1990, year I graduated from high school, as a matter of fact. So that's a good one. Let's get to headlines and highlights and give you all the deets. All right, man. Those Red Sox, Friday night doubleheader, 10-0. Game 2, 5-3 final. Makes it 11 straight wins. Game 3 on Saturday, they had a struggle. They come from behind, win 7-6. And then Game 4 yesterday, bing, bang, boom, 6-1 Red Sox. It is absolutely incredible. 13 in a row. Give me Chad Tracy number 1 there on what it feels like with 4 straight sweeps. How good must it be to be Chad Tracy right now? Right? Like versus where he was?
Right. And on top of that, I mean, after a 13-game winning streak, maybe 14 today, especially against the Orioles, that would be great. Might genuinely be in the race to take the job.
The full-time gig.
Right.
Oh, he should be. He should 100%. Like, he hasn't done, I mean, this makes it legitimate.
Exactly. And, I mean, from the rumblings, right, like Cora, not a development guy. You get him a bunch of all-stars, he can win your World Series.
Sure.
We haven't had that for quite some time.
Bookmark that. I want to talk about that a little more in depth, I think. I think that's a good point. Because now we got to reflect back on some of the things that have happened to get us to this point, right? And that was a big piece of it. And I'm not so sure we were in agreement at the time. So, like all of us as Red Sox Nation, right?
No, it's crazy what a couple months can do.
For sure. A little perspective on it. Like as we said, Spain beats Argentina. Argentina 1-0 in extra time. Argentina can't get shots on goal. It's just total domination. Spain wins the World Cup, and off she goes. Hey, look, at the end of the day, don't like soccer. But World Cup was an incredible event. Hats off to everybody putting it together. There was a lot of concerns going into it logistically if we could handle it, and I think we did a great job handling it. And guests were gracious. It was an awesome experience this summer, I would say, for all the places that hosted.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, just seeing all of these folks come together, especially Boston. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
All the squads.
Yeah. Incredible. I actually took an Uber on Saturday. Was down there, took an Uber back from the game, and the driver proactively brought it up. He said, I said it was incredible. It was incredible them coming here, and just it added even more life to the city. It just the experience you saw on social media was accurate by guys in Boston. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. They really dug having everybody there. In the British Open, Ryan Fox becomes the first New Zealander to win a major. And they take it down. Scheffler missed birdie putts left and right. Of course, Bryson DeChambeau got penalized day 2 for hitting the grass down and everything. It was bad. It was a bad scene. A lot of posturing, a lot of complaining. It was. Different people had different takes. Scheffler kind of doesn't mind Bryson. Rory McIlroy, not a huge fan of Bryson DeChambeau.
Gotcha.
Like, called a lot of posturing, I believe is the word he used. So,
posturing.
Interesting.
Got to add that to the vocab.
Yeah, pretty good. This is interesting. Saquon Barkley and his family are safe after an attempted burglary of their home on Saturday morning. Were they home, do you know?
I think they might have been.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to look deeper into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane. Like,
wow.
I guess there are just groups of people that try and target NFL players.
Sure.
And you'd think, like Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
a couple
I remember
years ago,
that. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. It happened to Peyton Manning, I believe, not like a while back. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd try and do it when they're on the road or in the middle of July.
Yeah, right. And just take a swing at it.
Praying, hoping.
Yeah. I mean, you better be dialed in on that one. I mean, they definitely have security cameras.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Right?
I mean,
like,
honestly, I'm kind of surprised if some of them don't have, like, security on site.
Well, exactly. If they do cameras, exactly. Like, Saquon's got, like, I would assume he's got dudes.
Right.
Like, right? Like, I don't know. That seems like a bad plan. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, yo, you want to go rob Saquon's house? No, I don't.
Are you nuts?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. Hey, we got a great show. Like I said, we're going to touch base with DOC in a little bit here. Talk Lobster Bowl, too, which would be great. And we got to revisit 1990. The roast is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get Luke, get sold with the Next Home Experience. And Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners, upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Marcus, you've been tempted to go see The Odyssey yet?
Yeah, and I even tried to get my dad to drive all the way down to Saco to try and see it at IMAX.
Right on.
It didn't work. So I might just go to Bangor Mall Cinemas.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, for sure. Jake saw it. My boy saw it. Gave it like 10 out of 10. Like he said, it's 3 hours to prep yourself. You got to give yourself a window there. But it delivered. He went in with high expectations. He was like, yeah, this thing's money. You got to see it. I'm like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm for sure in. And joining us now live in studio. DOC, Dan O'Connell's in the house, fresh off the Lobster Bowl, my friend. How? All right, and I've seen the interviews. I've seen everything. We're gonna make you do it again because I want to get all the ins and outs on it. What an incredible event, obviously for the cause. But beyond that, it was a family affair for you this year, and all the stuff that goes into it, man. Incredible.
Well, thank you first for having me. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to see you both.
Good morning.
It's great to have you, bro.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It always is, but the game was great.
Yep.
The family affair you mentioned was awesome. And then more than anything, it's still coming in, but it's approaching $320,000 for Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, and how that's taken off, obviously with the advent of digital fundraising, right?
Yeah.
We still have some of that door-to-door approach, but really being able to spread the tentacles of Shriners Hospitals for Children all over the world and bring back $320,000 for the cause for what is 2 hospitals in Massachusetts and the transportation from families in Maine. I want to make that clear that the people in Maine are reaping the benefits of the game in Maine.
Yep.
Because I believe that's important, just as important as the philanthropy itself. It was awesome. I could talk about it for 8 hours if we had it. It was just amazing, and we're just so lucky to be a part of it. That's
so cool. And of course, you saw Matthew, as we said, playing. What was that like this year? For the first time,
it was great. I mean, if I
the one and only time, right?
Yeah,
you get the opportunity, and it happens.
Yeah, we started this thing a long time ago, and I'm really proud of him because he made that happen. Like, there's a real chance in this game with great talented players that you don't end up on the roster. And he made that happen. It was a goal of his for a long time, and we're really proud of him for doing it. What I was most excited about was he found a role as a great teammate with a bunch of great teammates.
Yeah.
Those kids were phenomenal. It's always this way, but for whatever reason this year it just felt different for me because of the personal touch, but I was excited for him to be a big part of the camaraderie that was created by this game. And again, just so fortunate to be in that role and have that personal touch you mentioned.
It's awesome, like you said, to see the kids come together. Yeah. Like they're button heads all season long, and and it's usually sometimes. I mean, you've played, I played, coached. It's the guys you think I would never get along with that dude. And you're you're best buds by the end of the week, right? It's like I thought that guy was a dink.
That's right.
Yeah,
yeah. And Matthew said that to me a couple of times. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesdays, we got into the week.
Yeah.
Because I would ask him, we'd have downtime, and I'd say, "How's it going? What's your relationship with this kid or that kid?" And he would say things like, "Dad, I didn't think I was going to like him, but we hung out all week." And so we had a chance to reflect more on it yesterday as the, social media posts started to come in about how great it was and how people enjoyed it. We had a bunch of kids who shared some things during the week that were very personal to them that I feel like they wouldn't have been able to share if they hadn't gone through this week together.
Yep.
And it was awesome to watch. And then on top of that, the way they battled on game day on Saturday, a great back and forth game. Do we wish the score was different? Yeah.
Sure.
But the way we played, the way we persevered, and for the West, the same thing. That's the kind of game you want to put on in that environment.
Yeah.
A little bit of rain. People were unsure how it was going to be. What's the crowd going to be like? And then the game is as good of a game as we've had in Lobster Bowl history that I've been a part of in almost 20 years. And so kudos to everyone involved, especially the kids, but the cause, the Shriners, the facilities people, the great people at Foxcroft Academy. All of it was top notch, and we're so thankful to be part of it.
Awesome. I'm glad it went smoothly for you guys. And now it's like that big. Now you plan on getting sick now or something right?
Right. I was around in a cesspool for a week.
Right. Well, just they're like the good. The good feelings are so high up there, and then you come down from it, and you're like, I'm destroyed now.
Yesterday morning, we left Lewiston, stopped in Augusta to eat at Longhorns. They were great to us. It was a tremendous meal. My entire family, extended family, it was great. But we didn't get home until like 11:30, and then yesterday morning, not having to get up at 6 a.m. for some kind of a practice or a breakfast or whatever we had going, I just kind of exhaled, and then I'm not getting any younger, man. I was like, Jesus, my whole body hurts.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like this. I need to get my fat ass in shape. So what I was thinking about yesterday is how I'm going to continue this, but get back on a wellness journey. And then I thought, I've never worn slides in the shower so much.
Which is a good move. It's a good move.
I think so. Yeah. I realized that dorm life is not something I enjoyed like I once did. Thin mattresses for big fellas in the size twin, and I don't get along. So my back is going to take a little while to come around.
Sure.
But all worth it for what is a great cause and a great game.
Awesome.
But you're right. I'm going to take this Monday to kind of get back in shape before I get back in the office and back to working out with the kids at John Bap's tomorrow. So.
All right, there you go. Give yourself a day.
That's right.
Chill out.
I was excited to come on here, keep the schedule right, and then I'll get back to the real world tomorrow. How's that sound?
That's right. All right, we're going to have you lose it a little bit in here. And coming up, your intro was Boys to Men right there, and there's a reason for that. Is so Sully and I have been doing When Did We Peak as a sports geographical era, a social population. So Sully gave us permission to do 1990 today. So we're going to revisit 1990 after the break and see what we all think here. All right. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery. They offer custom blind shades, drapery, outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. We'll be back with 1990. Morning Roast brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Hero's the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, the place to be. Downtown Bangor, herosportsgrill.com. And available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, 2 sausage and McMuffins with eggs, hotcakes, 2 hotcakes, 4 hash browns, and 4 small hot coffees, all just for $19.99. The bundle deal's over 40% off and for a limited time. So order it at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. All right. 1990, baby. Hammer, don't hurt him. Oh, man. So we've been doing this. When did we peak? So let me go through. We'll go through the sports and where they were at. Okay. 1990. Year I graduated high school, too. So this one holds a little bit near and dear. Your New England Patriots, however, let's start off with the ugly. This is all-time worst right here. This is 1-15, 1990. The Rod Rust year. Last place, missed the playoffs. This will help you gain Drew Bledsoe eventually, but this is this is bad times right now.
Absolutely.
Worst season in franchise history at that point. Lone victory was against the Colts. Rod Rust fired after the season. This kind of gets you closer, like you said, to Drew Bledsoe, and more importantly, probably Parcells at that point. So pretty unwatchable. Sox, though, American League East champs. They were 88-74. They lost in the championship series to the A's. They just swept them 4-0. A's were loaded.
Yeah, they were
loaded that year.
Bash Brothers were in full effect.
Oh yeah, big time. So they didn't stand a chance there. But we're talking still. Clemens 121. Ellis Burks is one of the big young stars. Joe Morgan leading the team. Celtics, Eastern Conference semis. They went 52-30, defeated the Knicks, and they lost to the bad boys from Detroit, 4-1. So Bird was healthy enough to average over 24 points a game still with like no back.
Yeah, 0.
Nothing. Like ruined, right?
Yeah.
So
just tough enough to beat you.
Yeah, speaking about a bad bag, too. Kevin McHale, he's still an all-star. Reggie Lewis emerges. They're still, great, unbelievable year for them, too. Bruins go to the Stanley Cup final, get knocked off by the Oilers 4-1, same as 88. So Bork won the Norris Trophy. Cam Neely, 55 goals in 49 games. You're talking Andy Mogan net. 3rd Stanley Cup appearance in 3 seasons. It was a great year for them. Maine hockey, 3rd Frozen Four in a row. Wild. I mean, just knocking on the door loudly.
Well, and you know it personally.
Yeah.
So I think it's as much as it's celebrated, it's still taken for granted.
Yeah,
and it's so amazing what that run was like. So kudos to you guys.
Incredible.
All of you that went through that run, but it was just so captivating at the time. I remember as a kid, just everybody was so excited to be a part of it. And now we just kind of say, oh, yeah, they were great back then.
Right.
Check it out because it's a special thing.
Right. Imagine present day. Oh, yeah, Maine's been to 3 Frozen Fours in a row. It's like, what? Like, incredible. It's amazing. Maine football, 7-4. Very competitive, great home crowds. Very competitive season there. Women's basketball goes 19-8. Won the conference. Coach Trish Roberts' first season, right? Helps establish that consistency. So they're making moves.
Sure.
All right. So there's your sports. Keep that in mind. We got time to go into culture, or should we do that after the break? Keep going? All right. Academy Award. Well, let's go. The Academy Awards for the previous year, the year before. So, top 20 box office movies in 1990. All right. Home Alone, Ghost, Dances with Wolves, Pretty Woman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle slips in there. Hunt for Red October, Total Recall, Die Hard 2, Dick Tracy, Kindergarten Cop. The top 10. It sounds like Sully's list, really.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, right? Doesn't it? Right?
It can all still be watched on TNT.
Yeah. Right. These are on today.
Yes,
There'll be one of these to be on today.
Last night, 6 of them were on.
Right, for sure. Right. A lot of sequels. Back to the Future 3 comes out. Another 48 Hours, which I will argue is a damn good movie.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, very good. Unfortunately, Rocky 5 also came out worst in the series there by far. Gremlins 2 as well. Television shows, it was Cheers, Cosby Show, Roseanne, A Different World, 60 Minutes, Murphy Brown, Golden Girls, Designing Women, Empty Nest, Murder, She Wrote. So we didn't have the choices we have nowadays.
No.
So you were watching some of those.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Different world in terms of appointment viewing.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you had to.
Yeah,
you weren't going to see it any other way.
100%. That's the way you had to see it, right? Yeah. Top selling albums. MC Hammer, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him.
Don't hurt him. Now he's on the Geico commercials.
Yeah, right.
Still holding on strong in the construction video.
Don't promise people millions of dollars either, right?
That's right.
The life lesson. Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814. I will argue that is peak Janet Jackson.
100%.
Put on that Black Cat video.
Yep.
Be good. George Michael, Listen Without Prejudice, and Wilson Phillips. So that's 1990. Other big news. Bill Belichick becomes a Browns head coach. Bo Jackson suffers his career-altering hip injury. Kind of killed him there. Yeah. Gulf War begins. Germany reunifies with the fall of the Berlin Wall. We had Hasselhoff in the glowing jacket dancing on the wall. Nothing more American than that.
Why wouldn't we? Yeah, that's right.
Right? Nelson Mandela is released. Goodfellas. Goodfellas redefines gangster movies. That gives you some points there. So this
best gangster movie since The Godfather.
Easy,
right?
And in time, right? Definitely the easiest watchable gangster movie by far. Revisitable. I'm in.
Yeah.
I can tell you every line.
When that's on TNT, you can't go past it.
Yes, no. Yeah,
you get stuck on it for some length of time.
You're canceling plans.
Yeah.
I still quote it all the time. Miranda 100%. Quotes it all the time.
That's
we'll say little lines too.
Yeah,
like, everything's gonna be beautiful. Just you wait. Everything will be beautiful. Yeah. No, so that's 1990 in a nutshell. When we come back, we got to give it some points. So we got to see where this thing stacks up.
Okay.
All right. Start your morning at Goslin's Bakery, 334 Harlow Street in Bangor. Grab a breakfast sandwich on an English muffin or a croissant, plus legendary donuts and pastries made since 1945. Or visit the new Goslin's Bakery and Deli right next to Hannaford in Brewer. We'll be right back with some points. Uno Pizzeria and Grill, where they have late night deals every night in the bar or lounge, 9 p.m. to close. Enjoy $6 apps, $5 cheeseburgers, $5 Indy cheese or pepperoni deep dish, $7.25 Stillwater Ave in Bangor. See, this tune's great. I was too cool for school and despised it at the time, right? Oh yeah. But I was, I was putting my drop top down so my hair could flow.
Yeah, nobody was looking. Yeah, don't drive down Main Street. Wait till the song's over.
That's right. It's funny though. As you get older, you're like, "That's a pretty good tune."
Yeah, that's right.
It's a pretty damn good tune. All right.
So good he came back a month ago.
Yeah, that's right. And according to Sully, he knew how to work the crowd. He was the entertainer. He's like, I got this. I got this covered. We're gonna have a good time. So
he's still getting miles out of it. You gotta give him credit
for sure. And he's building houses.
Yeah, look at that.
All right, Dim, what are you gonna give? What are you gonna give 1990 for sports? We gotta give him.
So we talked off air a little bit about knocking on the door, New England sports wise, not quite getting over the hump. Celtics kind of their era is closing, at least with Bird and McKee, big three. Sure. But still healthy enough to combat a good, tough Pistons team that certainly nobody in this area liked. I'm not sure if anybody outside of Detroit liked them.
No.
Maybe even outside of Auburn Hills. But anyways, I I'm going to give that year a solid 7.3.
Yep.
I mean, I think that other than the Patriots.
Sure. Patriots pull it down.
Yeah, no doubt. There's really some good things going on, and then some underrated memories like Bees Oilers and some of the UMaine stuff.
Sure.
7.3 in my book.
All right. I'm going to give it pretty close to that. I'm giving it a 7. Actually, I had a little bit higher. I'm going 7.6. I'm going to give it a 7.6 for the same points. And yeah, and at the time, we didn't have, obviously, the knowledge or foresight of what was to come.
Sure.
So that seemed like a great
Absolutely.
run, right?
That's
and it was entertaining at the very least.
Yeah.
3 of the 4 major sports. Then you start adding in women's basketball, Maine hockey just keeps on chugging. So I'm going to give it a 7.6.
I think we're spoiled because I think if you would ask the people then, especially with the state of New England stuff, they would have been over the moon, right? They would have been jacked up.
That's a 9.5.
Right. Because the Sox, we didn't quite have the same bandwagon yet, right?
Right,
You had to die hard. I've always said about the Red Sox as a Yankees fan, die hard implies you die. If you're a real Sox fan, you don't die.
No, right, yeah.
And I appreciate it. I'm not knocking it.
Without a doubt. I mean, this is like they did a number on this fan base for decades.
Yes, that's right.
And you still stuck around.
That's correct.
You still said maybe.
Right.
You know?
This was kind of the beginning of, wow.
Right.
This is killing us. Because 86 to 90-ish, they were still.
Sure, they were knocking on the door, and they're like, this window is closing.
Yep.
We may be screwed.
Yep. And then for a while.
They were.
That's
right. Takes a little longer to get there. But culture-wise, we had, some... I mean, we got Home Alone.
Right.
We got Cheers is still with us.
Sure.
The music, everything. I don't know. It's pretty damn good. What are you thinking?
I currently on my the formula that is my feed on Facebook for whatever reason. I'm a big comedy guy.
Yep, same.
The cold opens on Cheers for the last month have been popping up on my phone.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And should be celebrated more frequently now. But because of Cheers, because of Home Alone's legacy, not because of Rocky V. Hey, Tommy, you knock him down. Why don't you try knocking me down in the diner or the bar or wherever they were? Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring.
Which, unfortunately, was the best scene in the movie.
Right. The only one of value. That's right. That's right. I'm going to go culture-wise, and I appreciate American but Boston culture because of the Northeast. So I'm going to give them a similar grade, but just a little bit lower because of Rocky V. I got to go 7.0.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give it, I graduated high school that year. I'm giving it a flat 8.
All right.
I'm going to give it an 8.
That's fair.
Yeah, it holds a dear place in my heart on that one, right? Go Lions, CHS class of 90. There we go.
Yeah. I was at Cohen as an 8th grader, so I wasn't able to experience the culture maybe as much as you were. Right,
yeah, for sure.
But still good,
yes,
no doubt.
Absolutely. All right, that's good. Well, we got to get to break. I promise you we're going to talk a lot of sports next hour. We've done
all good.
a lot of catch up. We got to get to these Red Sox for sure. UMaine Athletics football is coming this fall. It's time to pack the stands at Alphon, cheer on Maine football. Don't miss the excitement, the tradition, and the Black Bear pride all season long. Season tickets are on sale now. Give you the best value and the best seats for every home game. Visit goblackbears.com/tickets today. Secure your tickets. Go Blue. This day in history coming up.
Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Roast on 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader. You are listening to She Ain't Worth It with DOC, MC the MC, and the Sugar Dragon. Holla! This is the #1 song in the United States today in 1990.
Oh, man, just kicking back, enjoying summer, man. Yep. Summer vacay after high school graduation. These days were good. All right. Other things that happened this day in history. 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 lunar module carrying Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin lands on the surface of the moon. Maybe you heard of that. That's kind of a big deal.
That's a big deal, yep.
So they say.
Allegedly.
Oh, God.
1890, as Marcus mentioned at the beginning of the show, there was snow and hail in Calais, Maine on this date in 1890. So a little chilly out there today. It ain't that cold.
Yeah,
so
it's not that bad.
Right. 1944, President FDR is nominated for an unprecedented fourth term at the Democratic Convention. That would soon be changed, but we were in the middle of World War II, so we were going to keep him. 1965, Columbia Records releases Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. Sports history. 1911. This is a 1911 name. Red Sox Smokey Joe Wood. No hits to St. Louis Browns. 5-0. That's like a Shane Gillis routine right
100%.
there.
Smokey Joe Wood. Yeah. Got the no-hitter last night.
Fastest man alive, they say.
Yeah, greatest athlete ever.
1994, OJ offers $500,000 reward for evidence of his ex-wife's killer. Put that in his own pocket. There you go.
Wow.
He just went to the well on that one. 2000, the leader of Salt Lake City's bid to win the 2002 Winter Olympics are indicted by a federal grand jury for bribery, fraud, and racketeering. Gotta love it. Birthdays today. In 356, Alexander the Great, Macedonian king and military leader. 1964, Chris Cornell, musician. That one hurts. That one hurts that we lost him,
absolutely.
Right? Yeah, big time. 1971, Sandra Oh, actress from Grey's Anatomy. 1993, Stephen Adams, NBA center. One of 3 New Zealanders to play in the NBA. Shout out New Zealanders. Won the British Open yesterday for the first time ever. Pretty cool. 1996, Ben Simmons, his birthday. Holidays today. It's Hug Your Kids Day. Probably should do that more than once a year, probably.
I don't think we need that to be a holiday. I think that should be like every day.
That doesn't make you special if you do it. You should be doing it. Fortune Cookie Day, Chess Day, and it's Lollipop Day. So celebrate accordingly. We will be back with a 7 o'clock hour. Welcome into the 7 o'clock hour of the Morning Roast. Greg Hirsch, Dan O'Connell joining us.
Hello.
And, right, Marqus Cesar behind the board. How are we holding up, gentlemen?
I'm doing great. Yeah, no, I mean, pretty restful weekend for the most part.
You feeling good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
had a nice big nap yesterday.
Oh, my God. Good for you, dude.
Yes.
Good
for
you.
Better
Yeah.
than a Sunday nap.
Exactly. And then rolled straight into the World Cup.
Not bad.
I can't ask for a better day.
Good for you.
personally.
Foxcroft Academy does a tremendous job of taking care of us during the Lobster Bowl. My back feels like it's still going to be in traction from the twin beds that this big piece of bacon should not be sleeping on for a week.
Nice. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm doing great. So excited to be here. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Well, I appreciate you coming, man. You had the busiest weekend out of all of us, for sure. So appreciate you joining us fresh off the Lobster Bowl. Awesome experience.
Yeah,
and,
right.
That's great. And, hey, them Red Sox have just absolutely crushed it. Lucky 13. Unbelievable. 13 in a row for this team. I was fortunate to be down there Saturday for the game.
Yeah.
Got my Nesson tickets. I fought Nesson forever. They sucked me in. They're like, here's 4 tickets for your pain and suffering for having to deal with this crap app. And, And so, but it was cool because you could pick your seats, right? Like, I mean, they had limited selections, but you could pick your seats. And I had like right field skybox, which is beautiful.
Awesome
to see. Awesome. The environment. It was Saturday was the one that had the hour rain delay too, so it was questionable. Hoping we could get it in, and boy, the crowd just stuck around. They were into it, and just this team somehow finds a way.
That's right.
Unbelievable with this lineup. Just a bunch of hard hat, like lunch pail guys.
That's right. It's also interesting to note. You noted the rain delay. When you're on a 13-game heater.
Yeah.
People stick around.
Yeah, that
funny?
funny?
That happens when you're on that 12-game losing streak.
Done.
Stadiums, we can move up. We can be right on the dugout because there's nobody here. But when they're sticking around, obviously you're doing something right. And your point about the Sox winning in many different ways. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know if it's the sign of a good team all the time, but it's definitely the sign of a hot team, and that's what they are right now. We were saying off air at the beginning of the show. It's not maybe sustainable, but it's super fun right now.
Right.
So you might, for as much as the spring was miserable, maybe hang on to it and see how far this thing goes.
They're giving us a reason to tune in, though.
That's right.
Like, to tune in, and it's just been, I was diehard. They're not going to do it to me this year. They're not going to do it. And you can't help but get on board with this thing. It's contagious.
That's right.
And players stepping up. I mean, Durbin, for example, everybody's pointing to, it's Siegler. Just guys that just, you weren't counting on that have shot life into this team.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, it's been great.
You're talking about them instead of guys that have left.
Right.
Did we make the wrong move? Why did we get rid of this guy? Oh, my God, we're terrible because of it. We're never going to recover. And now here's a bunch of guys that aren't supposed to do it.
Right.
Fighting for their careers. And we're seeing it in live time. It's fun to watch. Even as a Yankees fan, we talked about it. It's great when they're both good. Now, the Yankees have their own problems, and we'll see if they figure it out. But when they're both relevant, it's so much better, especially this time of year.
Right. It's injury-related right now for the Yankees.
Sure.
Right? So
it seems to be a pattern in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, I get it. But at the same time, it is better when both are good. When both are contending, it's better for baseball. It's better for us as fans. And, it's this 13-game thing, though, just defies expectations.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. So let's get going on headlines and highlights. I got to tell you, we're in Greenway Equipment Studios. So Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. And Fat Panda Boba Tea and Market over on Harlow Street. They're right next to Goslin's Bakery. Sip fresh boba, explore snacks, ramen, and their tasty Jamaican patties. Also visit the Brewer location, Wilson Street, next to Hannaford. Let's do it. All right, so Sox extend to 13 games after a 6-1 win over Tampa yesterday. Let me just indulge me on this one for a second. So Friday, we had doubleheaders. Game 1, 10-0 Sox. Jake Bennett goes 6 innings, gives up 1 hit. Jake Bennett, one of those guys that just, like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, Unbelievable. Game 2, Abreu, Contreras, they go back-to-back in the first. Abreu's second home run in the game makes it 4-3, 5-3 final. That puts them at 11 straight wins. Game 3, the game I went to, Sandoval, actually, so they don't get great pitching in that game, really. Sandoval had given up 9 hits. We were sitting there watching. There's the bullpen, Tampa bullpen, they got guys warming up. Red Sox bullpen, guys are like doing the stretchies on with the pull cords and everything. Yeah, exactly. It looks like they're going skiing. They're pulling 2 hands.
Band work. Gotta get the band work.
We're sitting there like, what are they doing? This guy's getting rocked, but I guess they know better. So they get the come from behind win on Saturday, 7-6. Abreu gets 2 again. Just incredible. Game 4 was yesterday, like we said. Sonny Gray gets another win. Doesn't have his best stuff. Sonny Gray right there, a guy that looks like what an incredible pickup he's been.
No doubt about it. A lot of value.
Absolutely. So second longest streak in team history, going back 78 years. So Carl Yastrzemski was 8 years old when this last happened.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? So unbelievable. Why don't you give me Sonny Gray's thoughts on that performance? Just keeping it even keel, baby.
Yeah, that's great, especially with 162, right? It's just different than the other sports.
It completely is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So, we'll get more into Sox here, too. And also, if you're trying to call, we got a little wonky with the phones. They are not, we can't hear you. So we appreciate your calls. We're trying to figure it out so we can talk to you because we love talking with you guys. We said this is the 6 o'clock hour, too. Really odd one here. Saquon Barkley and his family are safe after an attempted burglary of their home on Saturday morning. Like, who the hell tries to rob Saquon's house? Right? Like, I
How would you catch him?
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. You see that? What was that?
Somebody's here.
Yeah. Connor Bedard signs a 5-year, $75 million extension with the Blackhawks to remain there. And over in the British Open, Ryan Fox birdies on the final hole to win the 154th Open Championship, the first New Zealander ever to win a major. Pretty cool. I watched some of that and watch people struggle out of those links bunkers. Just it's a good visual, and it's a nice little reset for these unbelievable golfers that have to play out of horrible situations like the rest of us.
Yeah, it's just good to see them struggle.
Yeah, it is, right? It's like, oh, that spot sucks, huh?
When I'm out to Pine Hill and I hook it in the woods, now they're doing the same thing. How do you like that?
Exactly. The only difference being is they get out of it.
It's amazing. And well, they say, oh, he's in the rough. Not too bad a rough. If I was in that, I'd break a club, I'd hit 4 more balls, duff 3, and then walk off the course. So
exactly.
Good for those guys.
Done. fun. All right. Next Home Experience is the market leader. Get Luke, get sold. The Next Home Experience, and available when ordering McDelivery through Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. Sausage and McMuffin with egg, 2 hot cakes, 4 hash browns, 4 small hot coffees, all just for $19.99. Bundle deals over 40% off and for a limited time. Order at your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Union Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. All right, we'll be back. Got a great 7 o'clock hour for you. We're going to talk more Sox next. A little later on, we'll talk UMaine football with Coach Jordan Stevens. Don't go anywhere. Stuck on the side of the road? Union Street Towing. They got you covered 24/7 statewide. From breakdowns to lockouts, we'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. Driven to be there when you need them most. And Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing for over 55 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance. Protect your auto investment. Look good. Feel good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. You know, when I read the union, I always feel like I'm hoping one day someone's gonna call and be like, dude, I was stuck on the side of the road. You read that? You read that Union Street Towing, shouted out the number, and now I am good, right? Like, I feel like I'm doing public some good on that one. All right. Yeah. Okay. Can't talk enough about the Red Sox right now. Right. It's just it's been unbelievable. One of the guys that we've talked quite a bit about is the turnaround. Caleb Durbin. Why don't you give me number 3 on what he's talking about being a competitor? Papelbon preaching the truth to him right there, too, right? Rice asking, what does it feel like walking down the street? Everyone knows who you are. It's like, well, Jim, they knew who he was before. It was just a different reaction.
Correct.
It was just,
correct. When we're in the cellar, hey.
Keep your head down a little bit.
Right.
Don't make eye contact.
Yep.
But with, we've seen it with a lot of big name players that come here that don't succeed in Boston. Boston is a tough market to play in and not have your best stuff. And I just think the world of the character of Caleb Durbin to do what he did, because he looked like he was going to be one of those guys. He wasn't a big name by any stretch, but he was a role player guy, a little scrappy, they said. The curse of absolute curse they put on him, saying, oh, he'll remind you of Pedroia.
100%.
They're like, don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't do that to
the
anyone.
expectations are terrible, right? So, but small guy, scrappy. That was what it was about, and it was just like, this guy can't hit. He's not, I'm not seeing it in the field. And to his credit, that pressure, that noise doesn't get to him. He responds in a totally different way, and now you're seeing him do what he's doing. That endears him to a Boston fan base.
100%. That's one of the things I respect most about the Boston fan base, albeit a Yankees fan, is we have long been the other side of that.
Right.
Oh, facial hair.
Sure.
Hoity-toity, big city. Now, granted, we've had a lot of success, but the Boston fans really become motivated when you're a dirt dog.
Yeah.
And he didn't look like he could do it necessarily at the beginning of the year, but now he, with, like you mentioned, the Pedroia curse, like, who's more of a dirt dog than that guy for the Red Sox?
Yeah.
At least in the last 15 years.
Absolutely.
You compare him, that's a lot.
It is.
Now he's living up to being him. Let's just pump the brakes on that, but let's enjoy the fact that he's out there every day crushing it.
Yep.
In that role.
Yep.
That's what I think Sox fans get off on. I mean, if they can wrap their arms around an underdog, that's when the summer really takes off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like for the Sox crowd.
That's what makes this endearing, is we all know.
Right.
We all know. We're sitting there looking at this lineup and be like, this is not like this is not Ortiz, Manny, Lowell, this is not that.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen that.
Yeah.
This is very different than that. The pitching, whole different animal. I mean, that's all-star caliber, phenomenal. That being said, the lineup and the guys that are doing it, we love an underdog. It's pretty cool.
Right.
One thing, Marcus, you mentioned in the 6 o'clock hour, it was Chad Tracy, right? Like, makes you go back and you think, was Alex Cora part of the problem to start the year? Right? And I love Alex Cora. Mm-hmm. I'm an Alex Cora guy, okay? Did not like the firing when it happened at the time, because it's, the groceries you've given him aren't very good.
Correct.
However, I've coached, you coach currently. When you don't got your best stuff as a coach as well, right? Like, you know when, predetermined decisions, you may have lost your fastball a little bit. I knew when I was getting done coaching. I wasn't the same guy that I once was.
Okay.
Was Alex Cora, had he reached that point with this team, do you think?
I mean, it's entirely possible. And that's very interesting because I didn't, obviously I don't have a background in coaching.
Sure.
But knowing
you
that
coach us every time I'm on this show, so...
That's right.
You. No, exactly. It's very interesting that you can kind of start to feel it slip.
Yeah.
And I mean, just kind of taking a look around, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of guys in that locker room that kind of started to feel that way.
Right. And I'm just, and maybe it's not him losing his fastball as it is the frustration he felt with what he was given.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I think probably more what it is for him in the sense of, I don't like Meyer. This Roman Anthony guy, he's hurt all the time. Look at what you're giving me. This Durbin guy doesn't seem to be working out. And it's just, did that, because things have changed. And I know they went through whatever it was, 3 weeks, a month or whatever with Chad Tracy where they still stunk. Like,
that's
right. I get that, right? And I'm not saying Chad Tracy is doing anything magical other than believing in his team a little bit.
Sure.
And they seem a little smarter. They're playing small ball. They're manufacturing runs that they were not doing with Alex Cora.
Correct.
And so I don't know. I think that needs a little bit of looking at there that, I don't like Breslow, but maybe that was the right move at the time.
Sure. I think I got a theory that it has been reported that Alex Cora was a player's coach.
Sure.
What I think he was, in hindsight, was a big-time player's coach. He could manage those type of players you mentioned before with a little bit bigger ego, but maybe a little bit more professionalism because they've been around it. He could manipulate their egos a little bit and get them to perform.
Yep.
Chad Tracy's a guy who hasn't necessarily had to do that because of his career path, but what he has had to do with work with guys that were projects over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
I think Alex Cora is sitting there with a bunch of projects, and the media is going, what the hell's wrong with you?
Right.
And that's frustrating for a guy who's been to the mountaintop.
Sure.
And is looking at this going, I don't have what I once had.
Yeah.
And you're blaming it on me. This is not a good situation. Tracy, I feel like from the beginning, even when they were bad for that month, was willing to sit there and say, yeah, we're not good right now, but we're going to get better.
Right.
Because I'm a development guy. He didn't say this, but his message was, I'm a development guy. I'm going to develop.
This is what I do.
That's what's starting to happen.
Yep.
And maybe he's got the thumb on these young guys a little bit more. Now, what will be interesting is they continue to rise. Who becomes that guy with a little bit more ego, and how do they keep them all in check?
Sure.
Pitching staff, those guys are killing it.
Yep.
But they're all young enough to not have the ego. Let's see what happens.
Right. Yep.
But if Chad Tracy can put that tool in his tool belt in terms of managing ego as they continue to win, then he's going to have credibility because he was the one that got them to develop. And I think they believe in him.
Yep.
And I think they want to play for him. And that's baseball's hard, right? You can't go out and headbutt someone into a win. You can't physically dominate someone and get a victory. You have to stay even-keeled. Your attitude has to be flat. You can get fired up and be excited and be an athlete, there's no doubt. But you can't physically overswing the bat.
You can't you can't inflict your will on your opponent.
Physically.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing you could, hey, I got the jitters today. We'll go out and smack somebody.
That's right. You can't do that.
You can't
just
do
be
that.
physical and we'll get through it.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
If you blow an assignment covering a base, that leads to runs.
Right. It's a heady game.
And that's, I think his demeanor and his background is lending itself well to those players that are not egotistical yet, not in a malicious way. They just they haven't had the opportunity. So they're like, they're asking him what to do next, and he's providing it.
Yeah, it's almost better that they don't know.
Correct. They're out there knowing they're not supposed to be successful.
Right.
They don't know any better. They're like, oh, we're just playing hard for our coach, and let's have a blast.
Right. Now they got confidence.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. Kind of fun, for sure. All right, good stuff. We got to get as a matter of fact, we're going to have to get our Sox props in today because they got the Orioles tonight trying to go for 14. Caden Federal Credit Union's newest location. They're open now on Wilson Street in Brewer, serving Maine since 1963 with branches branches in Bangor, Brewer, Aroostook County. Learn more at kdfcu.org. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of the Morning Roast, downtown Bangor, herosportsgrill.com. And your 2026 Ticket Awards, the third annual Ticket Awards, they're still available on demand. 35 categories of excellence in the 25-26 sports season. Watch it at 929theticket.com, on the Ticket app, or on YouTube. Northeast Driving School, they've been the leader in driver training for over 57 years. Register today for driver's ed courses at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Give them a call, 942-1769, or register at northeastdrivingschool.com. All right, it is time for some Sox props. They got the Orioles tonight at 7:10. What are we thinking here?
My gut.
Oh, boy.
I know.
You like France against Spain.
It was Bastille Day.
An elephant never forgets.
That I will never forget that.
I know.
Well, I mean, yeah.
My gut's saying totally under 2.5 earned runs.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about that?
I like it.
Makes sense.
I like it. It's gonna probably be, once again, probably short outing, I would think. Right? They're trying to manage his young arm a little bit. I like that.
I'm a big no runs first inning guy.
A little nerfy.
Yeah, I love the nerfy.
Totally is good in the first inning, too.
I was going to say, I don't mind that.
Totally is good in the first inning.
Especially if they're managing
Let's do. I think. I think DOC, like our guest here. I think so. Right. Let's do nerfy.
Sorry, Marcus.
No. I like that because totally. Early good, early in the game good. And Sox bats still hard to buy into the lineup. You know what I mean? Right.
As positive as we are.
Right.
Yeah, give him a couple innings to warm up.
Let the engine rev.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go. That is going to be our morning roast bet. Is nerfy for this one, and Sox are going to come on strong after the first inning. Is what's going to happen. So, all right, I like that. That's pretty good. Question for both of you. Okay. Sully wanted me to ask this one. I think it's a good question too, because multiple candidates probably, right? Who's your MVP for the Sox team as of right now? Who's the most valuable player in this lineup? Damn. Could be pitcher as well. I mean, is it Wilson Contreras? Is it Sonny Gray?
See, I was going to say, if not Contreras, I think I got to go with Gray. Yeah.
Well, the surprise of Gray in terms of his consistency and his leadership has been off the charts.
Exactly.
I think one of the best things about this team, and especially on this winning streak, is that it's hard to point to one guy.
Right.
So that's kind of the allure of it.
Yeah, because right now, Willer Abreu's the hot one, right? Like, I mean, he's crushing the ball. And so, I mean, you got guys like Cedar, who has made himself into. I'm loving watching Cedar a little bit because, in the field, phenomenal, right? At the plate was just, going into this year, it was just like streaky at best.
Sure.
Has the knack for hitting a big hit. But I mean, he's batting number 2 in the lineup right now. Right. I mean, now that speaks to your lineup a little bit.
Sure, that's right.
Right. But the consistency has improved tremendously for him. So that looks like that's a contract that they're very happy with.
No doubt about it. Now, let me ask you this question in response to yours. Saturday, you were at the game. Mm-hmm. Can you tell by crowd feel when somebody came to bat or made a play how the crowd is responding to someone who might be at the top of this list?
Yeah, no, for sure. The crowd's getting into it. The crowd is big time getting into it.
Who were the favorites?
Contreras is the one now, right? Like, especially coming off home run derby and everything, right? Like, so, I mean, that's big. Honestly, there's belief in a lot of these guys right now.
Sure.
Like, Monasterio gets up.
Yeah.
Andrew Monasterio. They're like, all right, we got a shot now.
Love this guy.
Yeah, this ain't bad. Abreu, of course, has been hot. Funny, Jaron Duran was not in the lineup for Saturday's game. Came in and pinch hit for someone. Runner on second. Sox were down, 2 outs, and he K'd.
Yep.
And you could feel the crowd is not into Jaren Durant at all.
Deflated,
and we talk about handling Boston and not handling Boston.
Sure.
Jaren Durant's one of those guys, and I know there's Jaren Durant fans out there. I'm not one of them.
Okay.
Jaren Durant struck out Cade. I don't know if the camera caught it, but he took 2 steps out of the batter's box and, like a child, smashed his bat to the ground, into the dirt, like a Little League player would, right?
On that note, did you hear about kind of what's going on between him and Tyler Milliken?
Well, there's that too, right?
Yeah,
There's
the
that.
off-the-field stuff is never going to fly with Boston people.
No.
I mean, they love the celebration off the field.
Right.
Right, the camaraderie. But if you start acting like a jerk and you get vilified off the field in Boston, it's tough to come back from that.
It's one thing. You're on the road and a visiting fan says something heinously disparaging to him.
Sure.
And he has a reaction to that. We all can understand that. Okay. Yep. You're still a professional athlete who should be used to getting heckled a little bit. Right. And regardless of what someone says, you should have thicker skin than that. But you're on the road. I'll give you that one. It happens at home. It happens everywhere, right? Like, and it's whether it's Milliken now, it was Michael Hawley, who could be the nicest guy in Boston sports media, like attacks him for a bad take, right? And it's he just has rabbit ears, and it's like that personality doesn't jive, and it's a lack of confidence, it's insecurity on his part, and it's a shame because does he run hard? Yeah, he runs hard. He had, he's been incredibly inconsistent at the plate, and I think that's part of, the confidence issues and things.
Sure.
But not a great outfielder, and the frustration has reached really a boiling point with Durant, and now you're kind of stuck with him because what are you going to trade him for?
Well, and then on top of that, we just heard about and talked about this idea that you're known in Boston if you're a Red Sox player.
Oh, yeah.
And if you start attacking the media or anybody else for that matter, based on how you're playing, that just won't endear you to them.
No.
And then, right, yes, I'd love it if everybody could just turn the other cheek. It's not the world we live in. So you're allowed to be frustrated and lose your confidence to a degree when you're not doing well and you're getting the bad takes, but shut that off.
Yeah.
Stop listening to it. Go about your business in a quiet manner. The lunch pail, to use your term from earlier, the lunch pail Red Sox fans want you to do that.
Yeah.
Right? If you're struggling and you don't say boo and you say, I'm going to get better and I'm going to work at this, and then you persevere, that's when they love you. Yep. If you're going to mouth off and act like a child, that's not going to last long.
No.
Especially in Boston.
Right. It's not. No, you're spot on that. You're not. And it's one thing, when you're Ted Williams, it's way before my time, right? It's one thing when you're Ted Williams and you're fighting with the media, because he was legendary for fighting with the media, right? But when you're struggling and you're lashing out, it's like we don't got the patience for you, dude.
Especially when you're on a win streak.
Right.
And everybody else is talking positive. Now you look like you just kind of look foolish because you're sticking out like a sore thumb.
You look selfish.
That's absolutely right.
You look selfish, right?
Great word for it.
Yeah. So that one's keep your eye on that. But for MVPs, man, it's changing almost every day.
Yeah,
like it really is.
Who made the big play that night?
Right, for sure. Hey, no, we already did that. No, we didn't do this one. No, I'm sorry. Ticket TV on demand. If you missed a game on Ticket TV, no problem. Every game's available on demand, 929theticket.com and on the Ticket app. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerhardwork.com. And if connect to the Ticket social media channels, 929the Ticket on Facebook, 929the Ticket on Instagram, sports.net.maine on TikTok, and our YouTube page, Sportsnet Maine. We're going to break. We're going to talk with Jordan Stevens coming up next. Tim's Plumbing, mark your calendars for Saturday, August 8th, as Ricky Craven Speedway roars to life with the Tim's Plumbing 100, featuring the Darlings Pro Stock Series and $4,000 to the winner. It's one of the biggest nights of the season. Bring the family and experience the excitement with Tim's Plumbing 100, Saturday, August 8th. All right, joining us now on the Heroes Hotline, UMaine football coach Jordan Stevens. Jordan, how we doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome, man. What's going on up at UMaine right now? Where are we at in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, we are in our 7th week of training this summer. Going through summer workouts, OTAs. so we're able to do more football with the rules and how they're set up now. So really, we do football twice a week. I'm able to get the guys on the field and work through technique fundamentals and working through some of our installs before we get to training camp. Training camp will start on Monday next week, with our first practice being on Tuesday. With us playing a week 0 game, starting a little bit earlier this year. But we're excited about where we're at in the development of the team and how they've come together over the past 7 months, and really looking forward to having a great training camp.
Coach, what do you do for team building at this time of the year? Because, I mean, Maine's a beautiful state. You can get out there, do some things, bring the guys together. I mean, that's kind of something you guys have been doing for a while now.
Yeah, we were able to, we try to, as you say, get the guys around each other as much as possible. They have done a tremendous job. I think that's the biggest growth I've seen in the team, was that they do a lot of that on their own. And then as a team, I had the whole team over to my house last week. So had to shut down the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was going to say, Coach, that's a big ask.
Yeah. So we had 95 players and coaches and families at my house. That was, a great evening, and it's amazing how intense the driveway basketball hoop can get. And then,
nice.
And then, so we had the team over. Then the next day we did a team hike. Which was really, really awesome. And,
awesome.
Took a little while for our big guys to get down. I think
There's always a big guy joke.
The guys who are 310 to 325. We love their weight. We love their development, but probably not built for hiking.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough coming down for sure. Did you have to feed them all?
We did. I mean, we went to Moe's.
Got
Moe's to do that. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do that on my own.
Yeah. I mean, multiple Blackstones for that one.
Put that on my wife. I don't think that would go over well.
No, you might be living somewhere else after that one. That would be tough. But
you talked about shutting down the neighborhood. With the big guys, you might have to shut down Moe's for 2 days to get that ready.
I mean, it's amazing. These guys go nuts. You give them some barbecue and
they come running.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they come running, and it was great. We had a great evening. The weather's been tremendous. So, to your point, being able to be here in the summer is something our players enjoy doing, and getting out and getting to the coast or getting to a lake. And I think it's really great that they have embraced being up here in the summer.
That's awesome. Dan mentioned off air before we got you on, big state of Maine presence this year on the Maine football team. What does that mean for you guys?
I think it's been awesome. I'm really excited about all of our main players. I really, it's not only just, they're on the team here. I mean, they're big contributors. We have, guys who are 3 of them who are competing to start and play a significant time. I mean, we returned our right guard, Jack Buta, from Leavitt High School. He'll start at center this year. And it's been a great transition for him moving to center. Awesome. Really smart, tough, dependable guy, and a guy who just graduated with his engineering degree from University of Maine. And Noah Carpenter, his teammate, competing at the Mike linebacker spot. And he's that I think he had around 35 tackles last year on defense and played special teams as well, and competing to be the starting guy this year. Eli Mahan from Freiburg Academy is someone that has been with the program. This will be his 6th season with us, but he has played tight end for us for the past 4 years, and just become a tremendous leader on our team as well. So many young Maine players too that we're really excited about, and got a good chunk of those guys here now.
Yeah, Coach, that's awesome to hear about the Maine guys, especially. You and I have talked before about the construction of your roster and some limitations with numbers and such. This opportunity that you guys have created to have them on campus, especially those Maine guys that need that time to adjust to this higher level. Can you talk a little bit about the football side of what you're doing in the summer, why you have kids on campus, how they're taking advantage of all the resources the school has to offer, taking a class, all of those things that you're doing to get younger players ready to be developed on a roster that needs to attack all avenues, because it's hard to build a 95-player roster each year at the University of Maine, and how you guys are attacking that in newer ways with getting kids on campus in the summer.
Yeah. You kind of hit it there. I mean, like the timeline has been pushed up so much with all these young players because of the transfer portal. And we still believe in developing our players. I think because that's our what we want to do, we have to get them here and get them training earlier, so they have the opportunities to get on the field earlier. Most guys we recruit out of high school want to be on the field as quickly as possible, where maybe 10 years ago they really understood the value of the red shirt, and I still value that. Now that we've moved to 5-year eligibility clocks, there is no more red shirt, but there is an urgency on playing, and that's been really the driver of that is the transfer portal and being able to develop your own players, especially O-linemen. I mean, if we're in the market for O-linemen in the transfer portal, we're not going to have financially be able to do that. We need to be able to develop our own offensive linemen. So when offensive linemen leave, when they graduate or go elsewhere, we have guys that can step in and fill those roles.
That's awesome. And it sounds like, you've got the great thing is you got some leaders and guys back that are filling those roles for you right now, while those other guys, like you talk about, can develop and learn from them. And it sounds like you got great guys that can be, the influences for the younger guys.
Yeah, we do. I mean, there's just a lot of great pieces. I'm excited about this season. I mean, we were able to keep our offensive line together. That was a huge, both our tackles came back. Anthony Iliano and Andrew Koken, mentioned Jack Buta, Noah Stanley, who started for us last year. And then we have some guys filling into the other guard position that are competing for that spot. So, enough can't be said about, our excitement for that offensive line and the group that they are. And then you mentioned the leadership, something we've worked out, in a very intentional way over the past 7 months is developing our leaders, having the players develop relationships, and just getting them to hold each other to a standard is, that's a daily task and a daily check-in to make sure we are, moving forward in the direction we want to move forward in.
Coach, that you are someone who, as you mentioned, truly believes in development. As a younger coach yourself, you've been. I'm very grateful to have watched very closely as you've gone through your career here at the University of Maine so far. You've been able to maintain a core staff in your program that I feel like really does a great job of reaching your student athletes in a way that is very intentional but very personal, and you get the most out of your guys. Can you talk a little bit about how, in a world where guys are looking for the next opportunity, you've been able to keep that core staff together and continue to make it work for the development of your players?
Yeah. I mean, this will be our third year in a row where we have the same offensive defensive coordinator. And, comparatively to my first 2 years, I think we had 3 or 4 coordinators. So, that continuity, I do think that helps, and consistency, keeping, and, familiarity. And like I said, it's a relationship business. So, being able to have relationships with our players, create a positive environment, create a place where players want to come in every day and work hard, but also, just giving these guys consistent feedback on what they need to work on and where they need to improve and what their role is. That's something that has to be done on a weekly basis, So, that continuity and just understanding of what we want it to look like, what I want it to look like. I see that improving each year, just with the familiarity of each other and the continuity of our staff.
Coach, great stuff. We are up against it, but good luck heading into finishing up this week, heading into next week, and it feels like football season out there today for sure. So,
yeah, we're excited, but I appreciate you guys connecting with me, and I look forward to talking to you guys throughout the season.
Coach, we wish you good luck. I just want to make sure I say this on the air. Nobody's working harder for football at the University of Maine and in our state than you are and your staff. Keep up the great work. We really appreciate it, and we're going to keep banging the drum for you. Thank you for all your hard work and your support.
Yeah, thanks so much, Coach Connell, and appreciate all your support as well. And good luck to you as well this season.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Awesome. Jordan Stevens, UMaine football coach. All right, we'll be back with takeaways. All right, coming up on the drive, it will be Aaron and Mark today. Our Sox prop, thanks to DOC, is going to be Nerfy. No run in the first inning. I like that one against the Orioles. See if they can make it to 14. What do we got for takeaways, gentlemen?
Oh, man. Sugar Dragon, you ran a real tight ship today. Crushed it, as per usual.
Appreciate it.
Of course. So... yeah, I mean, I'm really sad that the World Cup is gone.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and give soccer more of a shot going forward. I mean, especially once the Champions League rolls around. But I might try and catch some Liverpool games.
All right.
Might even make a trek down 2 hours south, go check out Hearts of Pine.
I heard that's awesome.
Yeah.
I heard
think
that's awesome to see.
Time.
Yeah,
And
great for the state of Maine, too.
For sure. And Dan, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you, man.
Well, thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it. My takeaways today, first of all, we had MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice and Boys to Men on some of the intros. Well done, Marcus. Kind of the beginning of 90s, 2000s hip-hop, which to me is the glory days.
There you go.
I just spent a week with high school kids in the mumble rap. I've said it on here before. It sounds like the same song for 2 hours. So give me 90s, 2000s hip-hop anytime. Great to hear from Jordan Stevens. Obviously, I'm biased, but Maine football is working really hard to create a Maine presence and have a successful campaign this year. All their offensive linemen are back, and they're poised to make a great run in the conference. So please go out and support them. It's a great atmosphere. It is something that this state celebrates in the sport of football. So go support the Black Bears. And then I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. $320,000 and climbing for the world's greatest philanthropy in the Shriners Hospitals for Children and the greatest game on earth in football. Special to be a part of it. Thank you again for everybody who helped us.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Yeah, my takeaway, we had clips today. Chad Tracy, Sonny Gray, Caleb Durbin, these guys that it's amazing what this team is doing, man. Unbelievable. 13 in a row. They go for 14 tonight. They've found a way to make us all fans, and hats off, tip of the cap to all of them. Can't wait. Keep going, Sox. Awesome to have you, Dan, on here.
Thanks,
so cool. And thank you for all you do for the Lobster Bowl as well, and the high school athletes and beyond. Everything you do as AD, as coach, just promoting sports in the state of Maine is a great thing, and Maine is a special place, and we're thankful that you're a part of that.
Well, thanks for having me, and I'm lucky to be a small part of it. I've had great people give me great opportunities. Like this fine Monday morning with you guys.
That's right. I love it. I love it. Nothing like a good relief pitcher with DOC in the house. I love it. It's good stuff, my man. All right, that's going to do it for us today. I hope everybody has an awesome Monday. This has been the Morning Roast. 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader.